be separate people from our husbands and from our children. Women need to get unstuck. They need to find a path and see what's out there for them. There's so much more out there for us. It doesn't end when the kids move away. Anyway, I hope that helps. Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. And it rained all day yesterday when I moved. I went to bed at 6 o'clock at night. I had a bath in my new bathtub. And you know what? It was hard, and I had a breakdown, and the movers were watching and felt sorry for me, and they were hugging me when they left and saying they were sad, that I was sad, and, you know, whoops. But today I woke up, and you know what? I felt free. I felt so excited for the first time in years, just like a weight had been lifted off me. And,
Yes. By weight, she means her husband. But you know, at this point, when the divorce is fresh, the dopamine's still quiet up, so you don't really realize how it's going to be for the next days, weeks, months, or years, but she is going to learn it the hard way. Watch and listen carefully.
I feel amazing. I'm so excited. My place is a mess. I haven't unpacked everything because, of course, you can't. And it's so small. There's nowhere. Like, I have to organize like crazy. But I feel really grateful. My location, and I have a cramp in my back. I'm tired. And then I worked all day today, which was fine and great. But, you know, I didn't have any time to pack and unpack, but I made sure my bed was good, and yeah, it's amazing. I feel like a different person already. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me. Good afternoon. I'm just kind of giving you an update. I'm feeling so much better. Oh my God. Like, that horrible feeling is going away. And I guess it's just because I can move on. I'm closing the door. It's awesome. And I also don't care. I don't care what he does. It's like, my boyfriend's texting me right now, so I keep seeing it on the screen. His name's James, or Jimmy, depending on how I feel at the moment. And I'm going to see him on Saturday. So I'm really excited. It's been a long time since I've seen him, so I'm going to have fun. And I'm just so much better. I think when you have that final, like, trauma and you're back in that place that you always are with that person, and you realize it's over, like it's done. There's no going back. I think somebody should just, it's just so complicated. And then I came home and I've been really run down and sick, and I've got a virus, and I contacted my estranged husband, and I had no one to talk to and tell, and he made me feel a lot better. And sometimes I'm just really lonely. Anyway, so I'm counting on being validated, even just waking up and crying. No, no, I just think that it's a slippery slope with alcohol, and I'm not going to come on here like I did the other day and say, oh, it was just fine. I'm fine. No. And I knew the minute I started drinking, the same feelings were there. Like, I was pissed off when there wasn't enough wine. Like, I was like, what, we need to get more so that we don't get stuck without it. So all of that came back instantly. So basically, yes, it is day 1, day 8 now. But that's the whole point, is that a relapse is not just normal, nor is it going to work for me. Okay, good evening, ladies. Okay, I'm just going to go for this, and we'll see how it goes. So, the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. We've been separated for a year, but we see each other a lot and we spend time as a family together a lot. And I had asked him many times, are you seeing somebody? And he said, no, no, no. I kept saying no. And then he'd take me to dinner and we'd have a nice chat. And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not like I think he shouldn't. Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that. But what happened was because he didn't tell me, I felt safe around him still, like in the way that he still loved me. So he invited me to go on a trip with him and the girls, and I said yes. He bought this big boat for his business, and so we went and got on this boat. But I said yes because I didn't want, you have this feeling when you first get separated that you can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you or with a new woman. And I was like, okay, I don't know whether I should go or not. Like, I don't want him to think something. But then my daughter said, well, he's not going to ask you again, so you should come. And I don't know why she said that, but I do now. So I went. And then when I was there, I found out, because he kept texting and texting, and I just was like, what's going on? And anyway, I found out through some very horrific texts, my fault, that not only was he having a relationship, but they're totally involved in saying, I love you and blah, blah, blah. And I had this physical trauma. Like, I went off the fucking rails. It was terrible. And I was physically ill. And there's a link. They did a study at Johns Hopkins. It's called stress cardiomyopathy, which happens, and it's also called broken heart syndrome, and nobody really takes offense to that because it's what it is. And there's also studies of people that die 88 minutes apart, like the couple in Pennsylvania in 2012. They'd been together their whole lives, 57 years or something, and they died 88 minutes apart because they just couldn't live without the other person. And I think the hard part is that because I'd been with him for so long, since I was 18, for him to be in a relationship where he is in one and you can't figure it out in your mind. And then it felt like he had died. And I kept getting this sick feeling like he was gone and dead. And I almost wished he was dead because it was so shitty of him not to tell me and take me out there so that I'm trapped on a boat with him and his girlfriend on the phone. And then I find out she's at his house and it's like everything in that house is mine, like that we got when we were married. And that she's been sleeping there. I had no idea. None. And I just feel like that was a bad way for me to find out. I wish I'd had more gradual way to get to it because I felt humiliated, embarrassed, stupid, old, ugly, because I think she's like 30 and like typical, right? And I honestly, I've been in shock for 4 days. And he's like, well, get over it. You do it. And it's like, you have no, what? This is traumatizing. And I just acted so badly and did all the things you're not supposed to do. And I have blocked him. And I'm not, he's like, let's be friends. I'm like, I'm gonna be fucking friends with you. Not now. Not right now. And then I find out, I'm like, did she come here with you when you were looking at this boat? No. Well, of course she was there. For 3 weeks, he paid.
This is called jealousy. When someone else gets something you had once, it hurts and can destroy you. make you act a certain way in an immature way most of the time, but why blocking him? You left, he stayed and found him another one, a much younger one it seems. There is probably no need for him to brag about it on TikTok or social media like you did, and based on your emotional reaction, as we can see, he already knew it wasn't a good idea to tell you. I understand him.
Hi, I just worked a really long week, but I'm glad for the work and I'm not complaining. But you know, you get tired. Anyway, this really lovely woman, I cut her hair and do her highlights, and I do her kids' hair and her husband. And they invited me to dinner tonight. It's Saturday night. And I was getting ready to go, and I bought the kids little gifts. And I just thought, I'm going to go and have dinner with these people and their children, instead of being at home with my own. And I wonder what I'm doing. It's really not... I don't know what to do. I don't know why I feel like this. I miss my family. I miss being a family. Maybe it's worth just staying miserable if you get your family. Because without them, I don't know who I am anymore. So, I'm not drinking. I'm not crying because I'm drinking. I'm crying because it's so hard. It's really hard. Anyway, I hope you're having a happy Saturday. I'm sure I'll be fine later. It just hit me. Like, all of everything I've ever known is gone. My family isn't here anymore. I mean, they're here, but we're not together. And I'm gonna go sit with some other family. I mean, it's nice that they invited me, but it's not easy.
When did you get divorced? Last year! Back on the market! I know you're divorced now, but clearly you've been dating a little bit longer than me. What would be your advice in looking for a partner? What would you say? Take your time, we've got plenty. 3 strikes? You gave him 3? Well, do you feel comfortable telling what his strikes were? Oh, 3 marriages. All right, now you're the problem. I thought maybe he fucked up 3 times. No. You gambled 3 times and lost. Have you ever bet on